Good evening, you're about to listen to the Odd Pod. We don't know why, however we are grateful you chose to. We do wish to inform you that the views, opinions and overall morality do not necessarily reflect those of the station, sponsors or musical entities. If you should choose to continue, and we sincerely hope that you do, just know, we try to advise you against these actions and we are not responsible for any damage done to your sanity, morals or ideals. Thank you. Here comes that terrible siren.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
And now, broadcasting from the heart of Metro Detroit, you're listening to the Odd Pod.
Double the D's for double the fun.
We'll do it live!
I broke everything.
I broke it.
I was wondering if we should comment on it or not.
No. I fucked up. It was me. Hi. I'm here. Shit's not the way it should be. I'm all out of sorts. We're back on our bullshit tonight, so you'll have to bear with me.
Everything's going to plan.
Yeah, we're right on track to just be a disaster. It's the only time we're ever on time is to be a disaster. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, or good morning, or whenever the hell you're listening to us, if you're listening to us on the fun size. You're listening to the Odd Pod on tapdetroit.com or some various other podcast platform. Look, I'm everywhere. I am an STD that you can't get rid of. Like, I am more infectious than COVID. So, you can pretty much find me anywhere you want to look. Tonight, we have another one of our glorious efforts in random. I have a ton of news stories to talk about tonight, and they run all over the gamut, and we're just going to get back to our roots, so to speak. Don't worry, the focus shows are still coming down the pipeline, but every so often we have to let off that pressure release valve and just act like an ass.
So I started blasting.
May I offer you this egg in your troubling times?
Woo!
We have trouble focusing.
Tonight I am joined by Ace and Corey. Corey, we got to give you a nickname eventually.
I got one.
What is it?
Corey.
How many names you want me to remember?
Well, you barely answer to the one you have, so...
No, I'm the ill-equipped co-host.
Fair enough.
Just don't let me type it out.
Just don't ask him to spell it.
My spell check tried to fix it. It was like, hey, you're an idiot. And I was like, nah, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Spell things.
Just
Yeah,
put it on a hoodie
are.
that I paid for. Proof for the world to see.
Here it is.
Ta-da.
Speaking of merch, we have a new piece of merch up on the spread shop, and I've redesigned things a little bit to make it a little more cohesive when you get in there.
We love cohesion.
The new design is called They Think I'm Nuts.
I rest my case.
And it is taken from the episode with Last Call in Jonestown when I asked Starzek and Pat if they could talk to one animal, what would it be? And Starzek and I shared that we would want to talk to squirrels. And both of us had the similar reason, is, because you would have an entire network that you could rely on. And my brain went to, well, the birds may work for the bourgeoisie, but the squirrels, they work for me. So that's the design we have up. You can have a shirt with that stupid-ass comment of mine, if you so choose. Coming up this month, we have, we have a sale or two that are coming this month. And
I like sales.
Yes, it's Spooktober.
Let's see.
October, I see what you did there.
So October 26th through the 31st, you can get free shipping. And November 5th through the 10th, you get 20% off. Apparently, too, the Spreadshirt Shop is running a sale on Black Friday. Because on the 26th of, that's on the 26th of November, they're doing 25% off the entire store.
Wow.
So, but it's for one day only, the 26th.
So write it on your calendars.
Yeah. You can go pick up any merch you want from the Odd Pod.
25% off.
Yeah.
That's huge. You know what else is huge? I just found
Your
out
nose?
today that Rasputin had a 13-inch penis, and somebody has put it in a jar.
We've already covered the 13-inch penis in a jar.
Fair enough.
That was
It's,
before the show started.
Well, by the
it's a
size of
lot-
it, it could cover us.
it's a lot
Yeah.
for me to handle, all right? I'm still
Quit handling
shocked.
it.
It's a hard to swallow fact, huh?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
swallow no Rasputin, nothing.
No, actually, it was something Ollie and I was talking about earlier this week. She had found...
That came up during dinner.
You've never been to dinner at my house, have you?
No.
But you've heard stories of what...
Yeah, that's why I said that.
I was like, I'm just trying to eat my chicken.
I was eating these chicken strips and Rasputin penis came up.
Right out of the chicken strips.
Yeah.
She said, this isn't a meal, but you know what is.
Rasputin penis.
So anyways, there's a museum, I want to say Russia
Anyway,
somewhere.
Try to move on.
Moving the fuck on, yes.
So I started blasting.
Oh, that's all right. Off the rails.
So yeah, somewhere in Russia there's this
5
museum
minutes.
that has Rasputin's penis in a jar, and it is 13 inches long.
Not the museum.
Correct. The penis.
The penis in a jar.
Now I'm wondering, is it actually 13 inches long, or does the fluid inside make it look bigger?
I don't know. Maybe they got it in a 6-inch
It's
jar.
both. It's probably both. So when you see it, you're like, "That's 13 inches."
You look like 10 pounds of taters in a 5-pound bag.
Makes you question every measurement you've ever taken in your life.
Oh, I was born with a penis, so of course I question it. Men have no idea how long an inch actually is.
I got 6 rulers with 6 different markings. Like,
There's an app on my phone that if I hold it just right, it looks really big.
measure from the bottom, not the top.
Mr. Brown's in the chat. He said, "Is it shaved? It'll look bigger." Is that what?
I'm sure they cleaned it up. I mean, it's Rasputin's, you know,
It's in
like
a jar. I mean,
gotta
how hairy
respect
can
it.
it be?
She showed me a picture of it too.
Oh, I bet.
There's
wanna see it.
there's photographic evidence.
She said I screenshotted this.
Penis in a jar. Thanks. Pass.
You ever found old wood in the swamp?
Somebody did
So
in
did
Russia.
It looks like an old log you found in the swamp.
It's perfectly preserved.
It's all gnarled and dark.
He had a rough life.
Got edible mushrooms growing on it.
Like it's been through a forest fire or two.
Oh, man.
Well, we're off to a good start.
We've got one viewer. They're like, I'm not signing in.
Been here 5 minutes and we've worked on a penis joke.
It's a penis fact.
I said we're back on our bullshit. Which, by the way, is another design you can get at the merch shop.
Yes,
Back
it is.
on our bullshit.
Coffee mug, shirt, you name it.
Hey, we got bullshit on everything.
I put bullshit on bullshit. You can wear our bullshit. So it's spooky season, so I've been watching horror movies this week. Actually, last night and again today, because I watched most of it with Corey. I watched a horror movie that is new and fairly unknown. It is called Bad Candy. And if you like the movie Trick or Treat, the way the story was told through like vignettes, but all kind of interconnected. You should like Bad Candy. It is right on par with that, and it's actually a really good story. The little vignettes that they have are interesting takes on horror tropes and stuff, like stuff that I hadn't seen quite yet before.
And
Kinda
it's
like
got the cheesy gore and...
Kind of like the old style creep show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was solid. I didn't fall asleep while watching it.
So that's a bonus.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, no, you stopped me. You were like, hey.
Yeah, I've watched them movies.
But no, honestly, like the only reason he fell asleep is Corey's been up since yesterday.
That's fair. Yes.
Well, that's Corey.
I'm trying to reset my sleep schedule because I've been staying up till like 11:30 in the morning. Which doesn't sound like a late time for you because you're a day shift guy.
I'm a strict sleeper. Whenever I get sleepy, I go to sleep.
And me, I usually will lay down at anywhere between 10 and 2 in the morning and get back up at 4.
We are preventing Mr. Brown from properly making incense right now. I want you to know this.
This is not my fault.
He's not making a Rasputin set, is he?
That's what's got him going.
He's got the thin version. You know how Hank Hill had that narrow urethra.
Get the thin version. Okay.
God, there's a terrifying thought. Incense as a sounding rod. Moving the fuck on.
Yeah, thought we were done.
No, guess not.
Yeah, when you get to be our age, you take that second wind whenever you can get it.
That's what Rasputin said.
Rasputin is definitely going to be in the title, I think, this week.
Yeah. All about Rasputin. Everything you didn't want to know about Rasputin.
But Bad Candy is really good. It was a festival film, and it got released on Amazon Prime. You can rent it for, I want to say it's like $5, or you can buy it for $5. I wish I had bought it. I rented it because I wasn't sure I was going to like it. And I liked it, and now I wished I had bought it.
It says it was the same price. I said, why didn't you click buy? Well, I didn't know if I'd like it. Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
I bought a shitty movie that I hate. Let me show it to you.
Then you're taking up space on your channel.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah. In retrospect, yes, I should have thought that, and I may in the future, but I don't know, I was just like, I've seen some really bad fucking horror movies that, like, I would not have paid to see.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see this because it looked interesting, but I had no idea, really.
Yeah, some of them should kill you.
Or try to.
Try to anyway.
They really were. It really was almost a killer pants movie.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I think my favorite part of that movie was Abby's death. Or right before Abby's death. It was just funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, so...
no spoilers.
No, I'm going to fucking spoil this scene, because it's a bunch of different short stories. And Abby...
This one seemed rather long.
Abby, it works at the morgue. And Abby's been having a rough night. And she was dressed as a sexy nurse. And she got a fresh body in.
Yeah. What's his name, Rasputin?
No. But she rode him like he was a horse.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't really see anything, of course, because, it's rated the way it is, but, like, it's definitely implied. Mm-hmm. And then after everything starts to go horror-y...
Too late.
She gets locked in the cooler, and I believe she is gang raped by the dead bodies that have come back to life.
That's what you would like to believe. I mean, they might have just been hungry. They might have had a meal of her.
Well, no, because you didn't see the end.
That's fair.
You didn't see the end of the movie yet. I believe that they gangbanged her.
Okay.
The zombies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, they weren't technically zombies.
Just dead.
Yeah, dead people that came back to life.
Reverse necrophilia.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it just. I don't think it reverses. I think that's just a standard title.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forced reverse necrophilia.
Forced reverse rape necrophilia. What the hell are you guys watching? What I'm glad I wasn't here.
I'll link you to it.
But aside from that scene, that bit, it was a solid movie. Like, even that bit was fairly solid.
Listen to what comes out of your mouth.
Semi-stiff, at least.
The cheesy acting, the
reverse necrophilia,
over the top gore,
frozen horror.
It was solid.
It was a solid movie.
Look, I have watched a movie about a killer condom.
I'm sure you have.
Was it called Rasputin?
No. No. Aptly named Attack of the Killer Condom.
Fair.
This is a movie that supposedly takes place in New York with an Italian actor playing a detective, and it's in French.
Of course it is. It was subtitled.
Okay. All right.
It's a trauma movie.
Yeah. It's causing me trauma.
I'll allow.
Oh, trauma. Yeah, my bad.
Before I forget, Mr. Brown has an event tomorrow. That
good stinky stuff.
Yeah, he wanted me to let you guys know about. And
Where's he at?
He's even making incense right now for you guys.
While he's listening. So what he has going on, I've got to zoom in on it.
Yes, you're getting old, and your eyes do not work.
No, they do not at all.
But, I mean, that's what we're here for.
All right, so it is the Autumn Fun Fest. It's going to be at the Lincoln Park Moose Lodge tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. It's located at 1600 Fort Street in Lincoln Park. It's fall-time vendors, crafters, collectibles, souvenirs, memorabilia, a diverse group of vendors. There's going to be something for everybody. Holiday crafters are also going to be there. Admission is $2 for adults. 16 and under is $1, or you can pay the family rate of $4, which covers 2 adults and up to 5 kids.
Lincoln Park, 10 to 4, $2.
And if you're lucky, they might have a sanitation station.
If not, we've got portables.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, yes, we do. We can come sanitize you if on your request.
But you're going to want to definitely go check out that if you don't have anything else going on tomorrow, and go stop by and see Mr. Brown at Motor City Candle Works.
Get you some good stinky stuff.
Yep. Also, too, you can go to MotorCityCandleWorks.com and purchase your incense through there. Or you could sign up for the Patreon.
And get 10% off.
And get 10% off. Get a 10% off coupon for your purchases at MotorCity.com.
I love that discount just is always running. It's the best.
Because we're so awesome.
Well, it's a coupon code, and so only the people that, use the Patreon would get it.
Yeah.
So it's like every month that they stay, they can use that coupon code. But he's also got an event coming up in I want to say, let's see, it's on the 26th. Which is Tuesday.
Mr. Brown wants you guys to know that he has scented sanitizer available.
Yes.
Scented sanitizer.
Yes. That actually
good
rolls off the tongue.
Stuff sanitized.
Unscented sanitizer?
Yeah. Lie down before you hurt yourself. But on the 26th, which is Tuesday, at 5:30 p.m., he is going to be at the Female Veterans Fundraiser Night Out. It's going to be at the Biddle Hall at 3239 Biddle Ave in Wyandotte, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Raffle baskets, food, vendors, cash bar. There's a 50-50.
50-50s are good, and so is raffle baskets.
$10 at the door.
And food. $10 that's cheap.
Yep. And you'll be able to pick up the Motor City Candle Works incense there and support our female veterans.
Cool.
Absolutely.
What more can you want?
Now that the bills have been paid. So, yeah, the other one we watched, I hadn't showed Corey, but it is called Halloween Party. And it wasn't bad. It was definitely an independent horror flick. And it was about this computer virus meme thing. It would pop up on your screen and it would call you out. So, like, if we were sitting in the room like we are, it would pop up on the screen and call one of us out, and you would have to go type your worst fear into it. If you did not type your worst fear into it, and you saw the animation that came at the end, which was a witch, a cheesy witch, said, "Your worst nightmare is coming for you." Your worst nightmare came for you.
Cool.
And the one lead female, her worst fear was vagina spiders.
Okay, well that is a valid fear. I feel like you need to know this. Because back before I got the operation,
you had vagina spiders?
yes, and it scared the shit out of me.
So when they like left their homes behind, was it cunt webs? Did you have to clean out the cunt webs every so often?
No comment.
Woo. Okay. I went to the club and got it dusted. But yeah, we watched that one and it wasn't bad. Finished American Horror Story this week. They kind of wrapped their season up in one episode. I wish it had been longer, but they didn't do too bad a job. American Horror Story for season 10 was split into two short stories. One was kind of Salem's Lottie, and the other one was about aliens. And I wish there had been more episodes of the alien one.
Yeah.
Everybody
Ever since,
likes
what was it, Asylum? When they brought the aliens in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, do more of that. Not that I hated the horror part, because that was great.
No, the second half of this season, though, their alien story that they did, they pulled from every conspiracy theory about aliens and just kind of made it all
pie out of it.
Yeah, and it worked. It was very well done.
Cool.
You not only have the Greys, but you also have mention of the lizard folk.
No cool. Insect people?
No, just lizards and Greys.
I liked the, what was it, Hotel or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good season, too.
Hotel was based off of the murder hotel that, was it H.H. Holmes ran? I want to say it was H.H. Holmes. Basically, the hotel was built around the time of the World's Fair. And when it was built, it was outfitted in such a way so that the owner could slip between the walls and have passages and stuff to drop bodies.
Secret passages.
It was literally built to be a murder hotel.
Nice. Yeah.
Some pre-planning.
Odd gave me terrible news earlier while we're on the topic of shows and movies. I found out Lovecraft Country is not getting a second season, which was a great HBO season.
It was.
And now it's nothing.
I'm glad that I could bring that sadness into your life.
Thanks. Woo.
Let me say good evening to everyone in the chat. I'm going to assume you are creme brulee.
Me?
Corey?
I am creme brulee.
Yeah. There is not you in the chat, and there is also Mr. Brown in the chat. And I want to give a shout out that if he's listening but not in the chat, to Hootis. I know you're not feeling too good, man, and I hope you get better soon.
Who dat?
Hootis.
Who dat?
Hootis.
Hootis is who dat.
Yeah. That's who.
I think not you is upstairs.
I assume not you was sitting right next to you.
That's what I thought at first, too. I asked him. I think it's playing Clash of Clans or something.
But, so, it's Halloween, and I asked on the, I want to say it was the Odd Man page, which if you're not following, you should. It's at Uncle Odd's house.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I follow you. But you don't always populate on my page. I don't check it often.
Yeah, that's because you don't interact.
What did you ask? Okay, you got me.
Let me explain how Facebook algorithms work. You can like things, but if you don't interact with them, like, comment, or share, you'll never see them on your Facebook feed.
I'm following along.
That explains it.
So if you don't like or comment or share our bullshit, you won't see our bullshit.
I'll come over and say, "Are you part of this or part of that?" I just hand him my phone. Do it.
So that's why I see so much stupid shit on my Facebook, because I interact with all the stupid shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This stupid shit keeps popping up.
I'm the reason I get sick of Facebook.
Yes. Yes, you are. You're not the only one.
I'm glad you taught me that.
Did you see, too, that Facebook is getting ready to change their name?
To what?
I have no idea. They haven't said yet.
It's a surprise. What was the premise? They want to incorporate more than just it being Facebook, like a world view or something?
Yeah, they want to be a more meta-driven social media network.
NWO book?
Yeah, right.
What it's doing is Facebook just got some major mud slung on its name, and now they're going to we're going to rebrand and make everything better. Couple of months, nobody will even remember Facebook.
Yeah, right.
What? Oh, Facebook. I remember them.
Yeah.
This is everybody's moment to go back to MySpace. When they change their name, make the switch.
There is a website that is set up called FaceSpace.
Is there?
Or no, it's called Space Hey. That's what it is.
Screw it. Let's all go back to AOL.
I'm down. I don't want to dial up.
IRC chat.
I still use IRC.
Do you?
Yeah, for finding games.
Okay, that makes sense because it is the underbelly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
We'll go back to bulletin boards. That's what it is. Won't have websites. We'll just have bulletin
We
boards.
could just write letters. And
There you go. Yeah.
pals.
Have you seen most of our handwriting?
But it'll
I
get
can't read
better.
my own. I write myself notes and I can't read them.
You've got mail. I fucking know. It was all spam. But no, so Facebook is getting ready to change its name, and I've been noticing that Facebook has been acting a little hinky and weird. So I'm thinking the change is coming soon.
Good.
Also, too,
Are they going to go? You go.
Donald Trump started his own social media network.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, it was already hacked and screwed up.
He also put his stocks live. It opened at like $60, and it skyrocketed the next day. It doubled the next day.
Yeah.
What exactly is Trump stock?
I don't know. My coworker told me about it. Showed it to me the next day. It was doubled. I was like, son of a bitch. I would have spent money on it because I know, the next day, you know it's going to double.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Because
you buy it one day.
all those people are like, oh, Trump.
Win.
Yeah.
It will be called Truth Social.
Facebook?
What is it?
It's
Trump's
going.
channel?
Trump's thing.
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be
Like a
new.
Facebook?
Yeah, it's going to be a new social media network called Truth Social. However, there have been some digging already done.
Who's who's fact checking them?
Nobody, except
right.
there is one thing that was found in the terms of service. You are not allowed to say anything bad about Truth Social on Truth Social.
Well, that ain't gonna work.
It was
The thing I got
supposed
to say is you can't do that on Truth Social.
Yeah, well,
And I've already been thrown off before I've ever started.
Yep.
Well, I didn't like that channel much anyway. Back to Facebook. Oh, it doesn't exist anymore.
I think they tried that in Germany in like the 1930s or something like that.
They had this really neat system. It was kind of like stickers that you wore.
Yeah.
You got a gold star if you said anything bad.
Gold star, you got special treatment.
Yeah.
Do real good there, bud. Here's a star.
Once you got up to 6 stars, the army
Seuss.
came after you.
Dr. Seuss wrote a book like that.
A lot of books like that.
Usually 1 or 2 stars you can get away, on foot or outrun them. But, once you get up to 6 stars and they roll out the tanks, you're kind of done for. We've got a brand new song tonight from Wildstreet. It is a song called Miss Sleazy. We're going to be playing that here in just a few minutes as we head into our first break. And when we come back, we're going to get into a few of the topics that we have for tonight. One of which, when we come back from break, y'all see Alec Baldwin shot somebody?
Yeah.
It was complete ass.
We'll get into that. I understand these things happen, but we'll get into that later when we come back.
Your Honor, these things happen.
These things happen.
That's going to be my defense for everything from now on.
You're going to get Wildstreet with Miss Sleazy. You're going to get Bryce Rogers with Good Old Days. And you're also going to get Don't Believe in Ghosts, Take You to the Wild. You're listening to The Odd Pod. I almost said Mad World Radio.
I heard it, but,
Wow. You know what's funny? I was wearing the hoodie today. The Got Odd hoodie. We found it up in Mom's stuff.
He was wearing it.
Yeah. I wore it out when we went out today. Ollie's been wearing it. You know, it's hoodie season. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and I found 2 old episodes that I had uploaded.
You sent me one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't load.
Nice.
Well, YouTube's changing
It
too.
could
No,
be me. It could be.
No,
it
it wasn't on YouTube. It was on podcast.com. I had uploaded 2 episodes up there because I had found that hard drive and got it working. It had been acting funny. I got it working, and I was working on getting them up there, and I got distracted by something. I was like, okay, I'll do this later. Well, I got 2 episodes uploaded. So it's the first and I believe second episode of the very beginning.
you never think about your old accounts, you know, like you check your Imgur, your Grinder, or whatever, you know, like there's things
I don't have a Grinder, bud.
Not anymore.
I never had one. I had Tinder, not Grinder.
I had a Grinder, but my tooth broke out.
But I will tell you this: I went back and I heard that. You look like you were upset. Nobody reacted. Just validating him.
Your feelings are valid.
Here's your gold star, bud.
Yeah. Damn it.
But no, I went back and I listened to the first episode. God, I sound so young. And I was like, who is that child?
What the hell is he talking about?
Why is that child on the internet?
Shut up, kid.
It sounded so happy and hopeful.
Yeah.
Felt bad for that guy.
10 years. Oh, silly you think life's good.
14 years later, oh, it's going to hurt, bud. So, anyways, yeah, you're going to get Wildstreet, Bryce Rogers, and Don't Believe in Ghosts. You're listening to The Odd Pod on tapdetroit.com, and we will be right back.
Now it's time for the Odd Pod's Patreon shout-out. Big thanks to Bryce Rogers, Tiki, Billy Yum, Mr. Robbins, Justin Burnside and Zaldor of Zaldor's World Podcast for becoming a patron. We hope you enjoy our long, uncut and girthy episodes until you're fully satisfied and left shaking from laughter. For everyone else, you can join our Patreon too. Just head to patreon.com/theoddpod. Become a patron and reap the benefits today.
Are you tired of incense that stinks? Motor City Candleworks is Metro Detroit's #1 source for premium handmade incense, as well as hand sanitizer and now massage oil, with a wide array of scents inspired by Michigan cities and attractions. You're sure to find a fragrance that'll keep your love of the mitten burning all year round. Head to MotorCityCandleworks.com and order yours today. And make sure you find them on Facebook too for all of their upcoming sales and events. Motor City Candleworks. Michigan handmade scents that just make sense.
That smell. The kind of smelly smell.
Mrs. Sleazy, 69 ways how to please me. Mrs. Sleazy, gave me everything I always needed. Mrs. Sleazy, here's my heart so easy. 'Twas a love suicide. Love suicide. Love suicide. Love suicide.
Hi, this is your friendly neighborhood radio DJ Oddman. Just wanted to let you know that the Odd Pod has an official merch shop set up for all the oddities eager to get covered in a bit of odd. Or maybe you want to seduce your partner by slipping into something a little more odd.
Ooh la la.
Maybe you just want to wallpaper a room in your house with stickers, because we got them too.
I'm gonna need more stickers.
You can find a link on our page via Facebook or on our page over at tapdetroit.com/The Odd Pod. So show your support and love for The Odd Pod today by picking up something from our store.
Uh-oh.
What? What is it? What's wrong?
I think the condom broke. Let me double check it.
Are you tired of wondering, did I just knock her up? Scared that the condom might have broke or had a small tear you didn't see? Worry no longer, weary womanizer. New from Oddco. Uh-oh brand condoms give you the security and comfort one deserves.
How do they work?
I'm glad you asked. The Uh-oh works simply by combining a prophylactic and a home pregnancy test into one convenient package. Simply slip off the condom and look for 2 pink lines. The pink lines let you know you just fertilized that hoe.
Yeah, it's broken, and these 2 little pink lines mean you're pregnant.
Uh-oh. Fuck. Not again.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Can't always remember a name, but we'll always remember the place we love, the smiles and memories shared, the moments spent in the rain. We remember the good times along with the sad. We remember our old friends, made the sad not that bad. We won't let fade those good old days. We won't let fade those good old days. Can't always remember a smile. I know it's been a while since I last saw you. We moved on to different lives. I must admit, I miss those good old times. The way your lips feel on mine. The sad. We remember our old friends who made the sad not that bad. We won't let fade those good old days. Yeah, yeah. We won't let fade those good old days. Ooh, yeah.
This just in. It seems the entire planet is being overtaken by a force unlike anything we've ever seen before. Its tentacles reach across the entire globe, from Beijing to Boston, from Moscow to Madrid. There seems to be no escaping its influence. It seems life as we know it will be forever changed now that the Odd Pod has arrived. To stay up to date on all developments, and we're urging that you stay informed, you can hear the latest information about the Odd Pod by searching for it on all major podcasting platforms. Remember, we can only be as safe as we are vigilant.
Well, if you're choosing the squirrel life, have we got a shirt for you?
They missed the first part of that. It don't really work without the previous content.
Entered. Put my comment in.
So, head to the merch shop, a little shop of oddities. You can get to it by going to tapdetroit.com/oddpod or looking for the posts on the Facebook page. But we have a shirt that the design is called They Think I'm Nuts. And it says, the birds may work for the bourgeoisie, but the squirrels, they work for me.
It's a squirrel joke.
Technically, it's a joke pulled from our last episode.
Yeah, a last call in Jonestown squirrel joke.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Which, if you guys haven't checked out that episode, please, by all means, go find it on your favorite podcasting platforms, or you can go to the YouTube channel. If you do go to the YouTube channel, hit like and subscribe, and hit the bell and interact. That's Corey. That's how you see things.
I see things with my eyes.
Or you can go out and see them live tomorrow night.
Oh, where are they playing tomorrow night?
That place down there.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes, they are. And you know what? They're gonna kill it.
Yeah, they are. Melvindale. I don't know the name of the bar. It's Melvindale.
I know you told me about it. It's just as much my fault because I didn't remember.
I'll check their website. I happen to have it.
The name of the bar. It's some big, long.
Yeah, it is.
Something work related. But it's in Melvindale. Come on out. See them live.
Yep. And I can't find the info on any of the pages. So.
See, we're so well prepared. That's my son's band. I don't even know. So,
It's my fault. I should have remembered.
Yeah. I just brought it up out of the blue because I'm going.
But if not, check out the episode on YouTube. It's their EP release.
Yes.
So, go check that episode out before evening time tomorrow, because I know Pat mentions it several times throughout the episode. That's every time it does, you hear woo. So, but yeah, go check out that episode. Find us on YouTube. There's links. You can get there, I'm sure.
It's easy.
So before the break, we mentioned Alec Baldwin shot somebody. And so what happened was actually a terrible tragedy. It shouldn't have happened.
Nope. Nobody should be shot on scene.
Nope.
On set.
What happened was they were on the set of a Western that he is acting in, or he's starring in, called Rust. And a prop gun discharged shrapnel. It did not fire the way it was supposed to fire. This has happened before in Hollywood. It's nothing new.
In the chamber.
It doesn't happen often. I will give them that.
Happen.
I honestly thought it only happened in the movies.
No,
like you see that thing happen in the movies. Like a good murder mystery, whatever. Somebody gets shot on stage. There's a real bullet in the fake gun or whatever.
Yeah.
I think, where'd they get the live ammunition from? Why is there live ammunition on set?
Well, it's not. It's a blank.
It's a blank.
So he got shot with a blank.
Yeah.
What happens is anything gets in the barrel of that gun. When that blank goes off, it becomes a projectile.
Yeah. So the pieces of shrapnel that were in there, one hit the cinematographer and killed her. Ooh. And the other piece hit the director and critically injured him.
That's how guns explode. Sometimes a rifle, you get a load that it got wet, or the powder doesn't go off. It doesn't push the bullet all the way through the barrel, so unbeknownst to you, the gun fired, the bullet just didn't come out the barrel. You rack in another round, you've got a problem when you pull that trigger. It's going to explode.
I also want to commend everyone in the room that nobody made us laugh or a snigger or anything like that at the term wet load.
We're kind of in a serious moment here. I mean,
you know what? I'm just saying that I'm proud of us. That's all.
Right up until now.
I didn't make a joke about it. I was commending us for not making a joke.
Bad kid is.
But this has happened before. Brandon Lee, the Crow.
Right, exactly.
The exact same thing happened.
Yep.
It was a blank and something went sideways.
Now that was another bullet, I believe. That was actually a bullet was stuck in the barrel of that gun.
Really?
Yep.
I thought it was shrapnel again. Either way, unfortunately, these things happen on set. Now, are there ways to avoid it? Hell yeah, at this point. You know, there's...
Falls on the gun prop.
Yep. Well, and even still, don't load it with a blank. Fucking do it in CGI at this point. It may not look the greatest, but, you know, it's safer, and that'll give someone the incentive to make it look better.
Have you ever really watched the John Wick movies? And they show a lot of scenes where they're shooting people in the head. If you really stop and look at it, they're a good 2 foot off of shooting them in the head because shit comes out at the end of that barrel.
And a lot of it is just a sound and a flash.
Well, yeah, wadding.
Yeah.
Something. Well, powder, expended powder, hot gases.
There are some scenes, too, where it is special effects. All it is a lens flare or a flare of some sort on the tip of the gun and the sound. Like, they're not actually firing. So, I mean, there's ways around it.
Costly.
Yeah. Apparently, Alec Baldwin felt terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And like, it was a freak accident. And something had... I'd seen a story just before we went on air, so I don't have time to check it. But apparently, the entire cast had walked off the set the day before the accident happened. So I'm wondering if there were safety issues to begin with.
Right. Yeah, if the prop guy wasn't on set and they used his equipment, well, then somebody else is at fault.
Here's the thing, because we've got a lot of different walks of life that listen to us, and aspiring filmmakers are some of our key audience, because we talk about independent film and we talk about, you know, things that would interest them. Safety is always top concern, and most of the independent filmmakers that I've ever met, safety is the top concern. I understand that this last year on movie sets has been really weird and troubling and trying and tiring and everything like that. I also understand that, you know, some people just have a bad day. Sometimes mistakes do unfortunately happen, no matter how much you try to plan. Whatever the case may be, I'm sure they'll end up figuring it out, but it is a terrible tragedy that the cinematographer lost her life.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Alec Baldwin is going to be tore up for a while about it, because he is...
Well, the prop master and the gun master, fully 100% falls on them. Every gun that is going to be on set and be used that day is supposed to be checked by him before it's used.
Yep.
So, you know, there's somebody to blame. Whoever the gun master was didn't do his job.
But even still, freak accidents do happen.
It does happen, but if you follow the rules, it minimizes. That's what it's about, minimizing the possibility of an accident.
Yep.
And if somebody didn't check that barrel before they fired it, well, somebody didn't do their job.
Like a burr or something got in
Anything.
there.
You've got to look. You gotta look. You gotta examine it. You gotta inspect it. A firearm is a dangerous thing. It's like a chainsaw. You ain't gonna juggle a chainsaw.
Some people do.
Well, yeah, but not if you're smart. You check that shit out.
Those people did not grow up reading Darwin Awards.
My favorite is the Herman Cain Award that I am a member of on Reddit. If you're not, go check it out. It's entertaining. But there was also... I don't know how many of you out there have been following the Gabby Petito case or whatnot, but supposedly they have found the remains of Brian Laundrie, and
his mom and dad found him.
Yeah,
you know, his brother found a bag, took the bag because he didn't want the reporter to take the bag.
The whole thing played kinky.
Everybody said it was happenstance.
It smells like 3-week-old fish.
But
like,
to be fair, he's dead.
Is he?
They matched his dental records.
Hold on. They only have a partial skull, so that means at best they've been able to match top or bottom, which they aren't definitive.
The bottom line is somebody got a lot of splaining to do.
Okay, but like, why would the FBI lie about that?
To save face and shut everybody up right now.
Oh, yeah, that fits.
Line is what they do.
Look at how the whole case was handled, though. They had him. He talked to them. They let him go, and he went.
Yeah, like I said, the whole thing stinks like 3-day-old fish, but it'll all work itself out.
And the fact that the bones, the body that they found, the bones were cleaned.
Yeah,
not cleaned, but they were.
In a month.
Yeah, in a month. Now, granted, the whole area had been underwater, but even still, there's, I don't know, man. Like, they were talking about it.
I mean, gators, right?
He's not going to strip a bone clean like that. Not like they was describing.
I could see, like, birds.
Yeah, they're going to dismember it is what they're going to do. They're going to pull the limbs from the torso. That's the first thing that happens.
Something ain't right here. That's...
If you found a whole skeleton and it's a skeleton, something ain't right.
Okay, so here's the thing. My bullshit detector is going off. There was a case not too long ago, within the last couple of years, where the Shanann Watts case, where she had gone missing and they had interviewed the husband, and he was standing there and he was talking, and I was watching him and not necessarily listening to what he was saying,
watching his facial expressions.
And I looked at Ollie and I was like, something's not right. He knows something. Mm-hmm. And within a couple of days,
I did it. I killed everybody.
No, he never fully came out and said it. Everybody had to figure it out in a couple of days. I got the same feeling watching the FBI be like, "Yep, it's Brian Laundrie's body. We found him. He's dead, and we don't got to worry about him anymore. Move along."
Yeah, something not right. I don't know if it's him, and if it is him, how did he get in the state that he was at, and how did they know where he was?
Well, here's the problem. So since they've been looking for Brian Laundrie, and since they were looking for Gabby Petito, they found like 6 or 7 other dead bodies from other cases. And that right there...
Okay.
I believe you brought it here. That right there...
No, he didn't.
...is...
They sent it back.
What made me believe that the FBI is trying to save face now.
Right.
Because all these other cases that the FBI has that they haven't been able to find anybody, boom, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
In their laps. There's dead bodies everywhere.
It's like that old Sesame Street in between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. But like, his parents are like, hey, this is the place that he goes to. This is the place that he likes. And they're finding a lot of bodies here?
Yeah.
It wasn't just in Florida. That's where they were looking for him. But as they were looking for Gabby's body as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, Ace rolled through one of the areas.
Oh.
We was at Yellowstone and
the Tetons
at the same time they was. We was probably past them. But yeah.
That's wild.
For them then.
Right.
They were still vacationing. Quit calling me out. I go across the country to commit my murders, and what do you do?
Here I am pointing out. But yeah, like the whole thing, it just is super sus. I like it. There's something ain't right here.
Yeah.
And we may never know. And it could be completely on the level, and I've just come to a point where I just don't trust anything you tell me anymore.
Else his parents are brilliant, or else his parents are nuts.
Or else his parents are the murderers.
Yeah, exactly. Else they're killers, or else they're brilliant.
If they knew of, let's say, a body that was in that location and was like, yeah, this is where he likes to go.
Teeth and we can make you disappear forever.
Yeah.
Do a little dental work in the garage, throw it on a cadaver,
and it just
glowed in.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
It's like like a magic trick. Abracadabra.
Yeah, abracadabra. Abracadabra, now you're John Smith, Alaska. Abracadabra.
Have you ever thought about going to volunteer in the Arctic?
Only need a one-way ticket.
I hear secrets there don't get out.
Neither do you.
It's like a roach motel.
We all freeze down here.
You never leave.
Yeah. You check in, but you don't get to check out.
Well, there's 7,000 people go missing in the national forests every year. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the aliens. Remember, I told you in American Horror Story, it's 5,000 a year that they're allowed to abduct.
Whatever. Yeah, and then the other 2,000 are shapeshifters.
Yeah, they just shifted home.
Yeah.
Well, I forget what the number is, but I believe it's under 100. But you pass in your lifetime, I want to say something like 30 serial killers over the course of your lifetime, and you have no idea.
Well, I suspect one of us is. Well, I'm looking at Corey.
You know? Yeah. You'd know if it was me, because I would have had a real bad day prior to anything happening.
I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Nah. I know where all the other bodies are.
No, but, like, okay, so I fully believe what the Joker said. You know, everyone's one bad day away from being him. Mm-hmm. And it is. Everyone is one bad day away from going over the edge and doing some wild shit. Case in point, let someone fuck up and hurt her.
Right.
Or kill her. Once she's gone, I ain't got nothing.
Right.
So yeah, I probably would go a little nutty, because
that's pretty much anybody you screw with their family.
Yeah,
going to go off the deep end.
It's just dependent on where I would go. Would I go after the person, or would
absolutely.
I? You know,
you've got nothing else to
make
do.
a list.
Make a list, check it twice, load up once.
Oh yeah, I would totally wait till Christmas time too, just because.
What do you think the odds are of somebody else being there dumping a body and seeing all that shit happening, and they're just like, "What the fuck? This is my dumping ground," you know?
I don't know, but that would make a
permit to dump here.
Right?
Yeah. Two serial killers bump into each other in the middle of the night. What happens?
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
They kill one another.
You going far? Hop in. Just I think I've seen that movie.
One's trying to lure the other one into his car. Come get in my car. No, you come get in mine. Mine's a much nicer car. Oh, I've got cookies.
Well, I have candy. Oh, wait, no.
I got booze. I got drugs. I got women. There's no women in there. They're at my house. I've got a pool table at my house.
They told me to bring a friend. I don't got any friends.
They sent me out to find some fun.
You look fun.
Come on in.
Daybreak, sun's coming out. They're still standing there arguing. Corpses are rotting.
I was to say, yeah, they have completely forgot to actually dispose of the bodies.
Right, yeah.
And that's how they get caught.
Exactly. We should have wrote a movie.
We just did.
Yeah.
And we recorded it, so if anyone steals it from us...
watches it on one of his shows.
No. Technically, this is the copyright. We can prove we came up with this idea.
Reversed clue. Put a bunch of murderers in a house.
Wait, isn't that just prison?
That's the sequel.
Don't forget, communism is just a red herring. All right, we're going to go to our next break. You're going to get Wedge at the Speed of Life, The Rumours, Want Ya, and Smileyfoot Safe. If you're listening to the fun size, this is it for you, unless you go join the Patreon. You can do that at patreon.com/The Odd Pod. There's going to be a little bumper right after I'm done talking that says this. Subscribe to us on YouTube, find us on Facebook, like us on follow us on Twitter. We're everywhere, literally. Just search for The Odd Pod. Or if you go to tapdetroit.com/The Odd Pod, on the sidebar of the website, or if you're on mobile, I think it's at the bottom. But on the sidebar of the website, there is all of my social connections, and you can follow all of my shit and be in contact with me everywhere.
Just open your phone and think The Odd Pod, and it'll come up.
Almost. I have done everything I could to put it everywhere. So, all right. Wedge, the Rumours, Smileyfoot, you're listening to The Odd Pod on TapDetroit.com, and we'll be back.
Thanks for checking out The Odd Pod. If you want to hear the whole show, consider becoming a patron of our Patreon. Head to patreon.com/The Odd Pod. We're also all over social media like an STI that won't wash off. Head to tapdetroit.com/The Odd Pod to follow us today. We're already following you, and you forgot to buy milk.